comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Monarchs of Paris and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season under.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from San Antonio. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Stanley. Under pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Stanley to throw, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stanley looking to pass. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
So they bring out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start...
Second and 6. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Stanley. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Stanley. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action, it's Stanley. It's Jackson again on the reception. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Throwing is Stanley. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Monarchs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guy.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that little partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive in total 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 6 now. Now a handoff up the middle. Boyce. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 75 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Stanley. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Monarchs are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out comes San Antonio.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Watts. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. But he's got his target, Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, is what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 2nd down, Martin. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Dreadnoughts have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Stanley. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Throwing on 1st down, Stanley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Back to throw again. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Owens.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Stanley. And Jones has it over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
The way he's been slinging in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. We're out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple. They're going to look to throw. There's a short one complete to Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away from drawing level. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
On second down now, Boyce, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Stanley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Stanley looking to pass. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Boyce, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Stanley to throw. Complete to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Powering forward. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This is Anderson over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watts. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dreadnoughts have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Prepare his offense out to have another go at it. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Stanley. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
2nd down and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fights through him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dreadnoughts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 11, 2:22 on the clock. Deuce is wild. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. The left side completion to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Stanley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Throwing again. Stanley.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end, but here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
Yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Antonio, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Paris, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.